shadows creep, steel in the hand, no time for sleep. Dust in the lungs, grit in the teeth, chasing the night till it grants relief. Guns never sleep, fire in the vein, peace is for the weak, a fool's domain. Load it up, let the thunder rain. Life's a fight, nothing to gain. Storm, no chains to bind, chaos ahead, leave it all behind. No rules, no gods, the law's confined. Freedom's a drug and I've lost my mind. Guns never sleep, fire in the vein, peace is for the weak, a fool's domain. Load it up, let the thunder rain. Life's a fight, nothing to gain. As the echoes scream, living hard, chasing outlaw dreams. Twisted loops in the dark extreme, no turning back, no in between. Guns never sleep, fire in the vein, peace is for the weak, a fool's domain. Load it up, let the thunder rain. Life's a fight, nothing to gain.
Stain drip where the dollar signs sleep, grinding gears echo where the shadows creep. System broke but it still leads the meek, chasing ghosts, pockets hungry, souls weak. Rusted wheels turning, money's got no soul, chasing down a dream through a system full of holes. Smoke in the lungs, grit stuck in the fold. This game chews you up, spits you out cold. Running through the maze, dollar bills burn, fuel to smoky haze. Staring at the beast with its unblinking gaze. It's a race to the bottom, no escape from the craze. Steel and sweat built the chains we drag. Every step forward, another red flag. Counting coins while the clock hands sag. Freedom feels heavy, dreams in a body bag. The dirt road cracks, but we still take the ride. System's a snake with venom inside. Shattered glass dreams, jagged edges collide. Money's the devil and the devil don't hide. Rusted wheels turning, money's got no soul, chasing down a dream through a system full of holes. Smoke in the lungs, grit stuck in the fold. This game chews you up, spits you out cold.
Boots in the dirt, soul made of iron. Fire in my chest, hotter than a blacksmith's pyre. Hated by the weak, feared by the strong. Every step I take echoes like a war drum song. Born in the heat where the magnolia sways, spitting the eye out a storm every day. Pride so loud it shakes the oak tree's core. Hated by many, feared by more. Barbed wire thoughts, hard wrapped in steel. Life's a poker game, I play it raw, no deal. They whisper whisper in the shadows my name like a curse, but I ride through the thunder, grit in every verse. They want me to break, but I'm built like a mountain. Spit venom in my path, but I drink from the fountain. Cypress roots deep, storms can't shake my stand. I'm the roar in the night, the grit of this land. Born in the heat where the magnolias sway, spitting the eye out of storm every day. Pride so loud it shakes the oak tree's core, hated by many, feared by more. Sweat and blood caught my legacy in stone. Front porch swagger, backbone full grown. Every scar on my knuckles a badge I adore. This land my cathedral, I miss folklore. It was a slave. Born in the ashes, dirt in my veins, fire in my lungs, broke every chain. Every step, pain, every breath, fight, climbing through shadows to reach the light. Crowned in dirt, crowned in fire, rising higher from the mire. Dust to glory, scars don't lie. Born to conquer, never die. Feet on the rubble, hands in the sky. Echo of rage won't let me die. Every bruise, every scar, every tear. Built this kingdom, I got no fear. Crowned in the dirt, crowned in fire, rising higher from the mire. Dust to glory, scars don't lie. Born to conquer, never die. Choirs to scream behind my fight. Drums hit heavy, breaking night. Thunder rolls beneath my name. I own the storm, I own the flame. Crowned in the dirt, crowned in fire, rising higher from the mire. Dust to glory, scars don't lie. Born to conquer, never die. Steel strings weep, crying in the pines. Echoes of her name, caught in these lines. Heart a dusty road, kicked by boots too worn. A love abandoned, a soul torn and sworn. Whiskey whispers drown the midnight air. Memories cling, a weight I can't bear. Rejected by peace, haunted by her face, lost in the silence. A hollowed out space, lanes. Time moves slow, but it don't heal the pain. Each breath a reminder, the past won't fade, life's just a song. The devil replayed. The porch light flickers, hope's last stand. A lonely guitar in a one-man band. Peace never came, not even a trace. Her ghost remains, I can't escape. Forgotten by love, cast out to the cold. Heartstrings unravel, stories untold. Stars don't shine, just shadows above. Lost in the echoes, forgotten by
mud thick like lies, sticking to my boots. Night crawling deep under blackened roots. Whispers in the moss, secrets you sold. Bayou keeps quiet, but the truth runs cold. Fangs in the water, teeth in the air. Snakes snapping warnings, better beware. Betrayal stings like a gator's bite. Revenge gonna rise with the dead of night. Creek's got a current pulling me dark. Follow your trail like a hound's last bark. Shadows in the trees where the shotguns glare. You ain't gonna leave this swampy despair. Fangs in the water, teeth in the air. Snakes snapping warnings, better beware. Betrayal stings like a gator's bite. Revenge gonna rise with the dead of night. Cypress roots tangling around your name. Dirt gonna swallow every ounce of your shame. Hear the frogs croak as the bayou moans. Your lies buried deep, no one will atone. Fangs in the water, teeth in the air. Snakes snapping warnings, better beware. Betrayal stings like a gator's bite. Revenge gonna rise with the dead of night.
Moonlight drips on cracked asphalt veins. Love's a loaded gun, trigger pulls with pain. Whispers of cicadas, fireflies blink slow. Echoes of a past life where we tiptoe. Fireflies in the dark, we dance through the grime. Kisses tasted of bourbon, hearts beating crime. Midnight confessions, shadows our muse. A bittersweet saga of love we'd abuse. Bonnie and Clyde dreams cash stuffed in the bag. Chased by the sirens, our lives are red flags. More curls from the barrel, justice in flames. But your hand in mine still calls my name. Fireflies in the dark, we dance through the grime. Kisses tasted of bourbon, hearts beating crime. Midnight midnight confessions. Shadows our muse, a bittersweet saga of love we'd abuse. Gunpowder memories, hearts in the crossfire, burning through the night, both fuel and desire. Runaway romance, dirt roads are thrown, but love don't heal when the heart's made of stone. Ashes in the wind, we've got nothing to lose but the scars we wear and the paths we choose. Southern stars judge, but they ain't got a clue. They never felt the love that's both wild and true.
Sound. The ghost of my past keeps circling around. I swore to the fire, but I danced with the flame. Now shadows are chanting my outlaw name. I broke the oath I swore to keep. The sins I wear cut my soul deep. Marching forward, I face the cost. A ghost in the wind, forever lost. Steel in my hand, but it feels so cold. The lies I told weigh heavier than gold. The wind screams truths I can't outrun. The oath breaker's curse has just begun. Chains of guilt, they rattle loud. A lone wolf cast from the hunting crowd. The moon above it mocks my fight as I march alone into the night. I broke the oath I swore to keep. The sins I wear cut my soul deep. Marching forward, I face the cost. A ghost in the wind, forever lost. The trail I blaze burns hotter each mile. The specters of truth, they linger, they rise. Through valleys of regret, my sins of pain, an outlaw's path is never plain. I broke the oath I swore to keep. The sins I wear cut my soul deep. Marching forward, I face the cost. A ghost in the wind, forever lost.
Dust on my boots when whispers sin, chasing me down like the ghost of my kin. Moonlight sharp, slicing shadows thin. Heart heavy, but I can't let them win. Tires on gravel, engine hums a hymn. Echoes of a town where the lights grow dim. Sheriff on my tail, breathing down my skin. I'm a lost soul, playing cards to the brim. Headed to the house where my mama used to pray. Red and blue flashing, running through the night, my past keeps clashing. Cigarette ash falls, memories smashing. The road's my confession, sins everlasting. Past the barn where the scarecrow still leans, fields of regret and forgotten dreams. Every mile closer the ache redeems, but the law's closing in, or so it seems. I'm headed to the house where my mama used to pray. Tears on the porch where her rocking chair swayed. Outlaw blood, but I kneel anyway. One last stand before I fade away. A neon hum buzzing, dust kissing the grind. Whiskey in my veins, sitting past bedtime. Hollow point promises, they whisper in the breeze. A lust for the hustle, bring me to my knees. Broken vows under neon glow. Heartbeats echo where the cold winds blow. Crime in my veins, love in disguise. Every sin etched deep in the southern skies. Confessions, whispers in the pine. Swore I'd lead the hustle, but the game's still mine. Cigarette burns on a motel sheet. Crime scenes painted in the city's heartbeat. Firecrackle shadows, they dance on the wall. Promises buried where the angels fall. Gold teeth glisten when the devil's in town, and love's just a weapon when the sun goes down. Streets baptize me in the sweat of the night. Neon crosses bleed a sacrificial light. She said she'd wait, but the clock don't lie. Every kiss a goodbye, every tear a goodbye. Broken vows under neon glow. Heartbeats echo where the cold winds blow. Crime in my veins, love in disguise. Every sin etched deep in the southern skies.
Fingers trace the stars, they vanish from sight. Every sip's a story, every gulp's a tear. a witness. It don't ever tell secrets of a heart trapped in its own spell. Dusty roads ahead, but I'm stuck in reverse. A trail of empty bottles, just me and this curse. Chasing ghosts in a bottle under the moonlight. Fingers trace the stars, but they vanish from sight. Every sip's a story, every gulp's a tear. Hunting what's gone, but it's never near. Lonesome coyote howls, wind carries a plea. Lost in the haze, it's just a bottle and me. Every drink a gamble, every memory a bet. Trying to find solace in the ghosts I forget.
Shadows straight across the sand. A pistol shakes in my trembling hand. Cold wind whispers through the pine. My past sins ride this crooked line. One bullet left in the chamber spent. The echoes howl where I've been. Prayers left, no time to doubt. One bullet left, one way out. Stars are dim, the moon won't glow. The devil's dead is all I owe. I hear their boots, they're closing in. Final act of my deadly sin. One bullet left in the chamber spent. The echoes howl where I've been. My prayers left, no time to doubt. One bullet left, one way out. Off my blood-stained skin. 1,000 steps led me to this. A fate sealed by a Judas kiss. One bullet left in the chamber spent. The echoes howl where I've been. My prayers left, no time to doubt. One bullet left, one way out. Boot heel stomping, kick dust in the breeze. Chrome revolver spin, got a wild disease. 12 gauge lullaby, shell some with the beat. Whiskey on my breath, heart skipping the street. Fast life, no brakes, I'm a rattlesnake. Chain around my neck, heavy like my fate. Steel in my
finger twitching, danger in my mind. Lightning in my veins, thunder in my tone. A ghost on the highway, king of my throne. Fast life, no brakes, I'm a rattlesnake. Chain around my neck, heavy like my fate. Steel in my grips and I won't forsake. Riding through the storm, leaving fire in my wake. Crossroads calling, shadows under my skin. Every step I take, gambling to win. A matchstick heart, I burn and I burn. Ain't no road to heaven, just lessons unlearned. Fast life, no brakes, I'm a rattlesnake. Chain around my neck, heavy like my fate. Steel in my grips and I won't forsake. Riding through the storm, leaving fire in my wake. Fire in my way.
Into town like a storm. Dust kicks high where fear is born. Eyes of fire in the dead of night. Steel hearts clash under pale moonlight. Stomp, stomp, hear the thunder rise. Boots are marching through the skies. War drums pound like a beast unchained. This is the anthem of the untamed. Oh! Shadows stretch long as we ride. Echoes of courage won't collide. The ground trembles under our might. We bring the battle, no end in sight. Oh! Stomp, stomp, hear the thunder rise. Boots are marching through the skies. War drums pound like a beast unchained. This is the anthem of the untamed. Hear the chant, it shakes the air. Victory's cry, we do not scare. Fists held high through the smoke and flame. We are the storm you cannot tame. Stomp, stomp, hear the thunder rise. Boots are marching through the skies. War drums pound like a beast unchained. This is the anthem of the untamed.
He's got a Bible in his left hand, a bottle in his right, a trailer porch pulpit lit by neon light. The desert wind whispers secrets through the sand. A smoky outlaw preacher, redemption in demand. Prophet in boots,
preaching fire and grace, sin and salvation carved into his face. A cigarette burns as he calls out the night. In the shadow of the cross he fights the good fight. His voice cracks like thunder, his words cut deep. He speaks of sinners who sow what they reap. The harmonica wails like a ghost on the breeze as he prays for lost souls down on their knees. He says salvation's a gamble, a roll of the dice. The devil's the dealer, temptation's the price. But he's betting on mercy with a heart that bleeds. In a world of chaos, he plants holy seeds. Prophet in boots, preaching fire and grace, sin and salvation carved into his face. A cigarette burns as he calls out the night. In the shadow of the cross he fights the good fight. Dusty piano plays a hymn to the stars as he baptizes sinners in whiskey-filled jars. The trailer shakes as he shouts to the sky. Forgiveness is free, but you've got to try.
Dust kicks up on the broken trail. Every step tells a ghostly tale. The sun burns low, but the shadows grow tall. An outlaw's fate rides the edge of the draw. A whistle cries as the train creeps near. Iron wheels hum like the end is clear. The ticking clock's got a heavy hand. It's freedom or death in this lawless land.
Right or fall, the choice is mine. Chained to time on a fraying line. The rails will sing my final song. Death or freedom, where I belong.
6 bullets left and a heart full of fire. A life of sin, now a funeral pyre. The desert moans with the weight of my sins, but the wind whispers, maybe I'll win.
The ticking's louder, it pounds in my chest. Every second's a test, every breath a quest. The whistle screams like a banshee's cry. I'll take my shot or kiss the sky. Right or fall, the choice is mine. Chained to time on a fraying line. The rails will sing my final song. Death or freedom, where I belong.
Steel boots stomp, dust clouds rise in the pit. Coughing up grit, lungs coated still legit. Rusted dreams, cracked mirrors in the fray. Life a scrapyard, still roaring through decay. Living in decay, but I'm grinding through the grime. Gears in my chest, ticking past borrowed time. Rust on my soul, but my road never fades. Breathing loops of steel, life's a renegade. Well, the spine, back's breaking, but I stand. Old slick veins dripping, courage in my hand. Bread like a furnace, wheezes turn to steam. When nostril heart pumping, chasing down the drain. In decay, but I'm grinding through the grime. Gears in my chest, ticking past borrowed time. Rust on my soul, but my road never fades. Breathing loops of steel, life's a renegade. Cogs and chains clanking, rhythm of the grind. Furnace in my belly, burning what's left behind. Metallic ghosts haunt, shadows in the dust, but I scream through the smog, defying the rust. Living in decay, but I'm grinding through the grind. Gears in my chest, ticking past borrowed time. Rust on my soul, but my road never fades. Breathing loops of steel, life's a renegade.